Morning, everybody. I'm testing, but then I'll say something which you have all to see. I'm testing, but then I'll something. I'm having issues with my camera on the laptop. So I'm trying to test whatever I want to do, but I have to speak for now. I'm going to talk about our quad A as I'm testing the camera because it's not working for me on one of my devices. I'm going to talk about the significance of our quad A. Before campaign, before election, Bobi Wine NUP proposed in the manifesto we were going to have quad K as our approach in education. That is the way we want to run the education if NUP comes into power. One of the A was academics, another K was arts, another K was athletics, another A was agriculture. But today I'm going to choose one A, which is about athletics. Why I'm talking about this A is so significant that it has been in our news for the wrong reasons. NRM had bad PR. NRM got it wrong. They tried to sabotage and they went down why David Beckham sent a message to children of Bobi Wine and tried to spin it relating the son of Bobi Wine, Solomon Kampala, to his private life. It was a lie, but that was a sabotage. But leave alone that story, I come to think, why does Museveni sabotage sports in Uganda? Athletics, the significance of athletics, it brings people together. It gives joy together. It brings joy together. It unites people. And one way I come to find out, why does NRM sabotage athletics? Why do they feel scared? Why are they running away? That David Beckham is sending a message. They want to crush it down with something that a tool has used it for them, that Bobi Wine is gay, Bobi Wine supposed to LGBT, whatever, because that puts up people in Uganda. But in reality, it is about the significance. They know it can play a part because football, any sort of sports, brings the nation together. If you want to bring the nation together, put sports there. When you support a team, when you love any kind of sport, you don't think who is playing, from where they come from. You just enjoy that action going around. This is why for me, I'm a sports person. I don't like films. Films is I see them, they are pretending they are what. But sports is real and action. So when we look at why does NRM sabotage, Museveni has done this from day one. When he came into power, he made this statement, go and check. He said, I don't understand why my ministers, they go to Nachivubo, to football stadium, to shout, to do what, just to make noise. And the NRM people, they gave up. And Uganda gave up on sports. We had Akibua, who broke the record. He's still into the record. We have got a neighboring country, Kenya. They've got sports in all types of sports, and Kenya is developing economically. We have a silent genocide in Uganda. Who can bring that silent genocide in Uganda? There was a war in Liberia. George Weah, the president now, he was playing for AC Milan. He went, bought football boots and gave his Liberia team. They came to African Cup of Nations. They played the whole country. They put the guns down. Didier Drogba, who used to play for Marseille, for Chelsea, for what? He took sports football, Cote d'Ivoire, and they put the guns down. So the significance is what I want you people to understand. Why does NRM sabotage? Because they know deep down that if sports come into, is going to unite people. I spoke yesterday about unity. We are not talking about African Union. It's crap. It's not fit for purpose. But when these politicians, they look at something which can bring people together, they don't want it. What they do, they sabotage. And once they know, if you know football, Man United is about business. Man United, they've got a vision to reach in all corners, in the globe. They will use their ex-players, famous, to reach in every corner. Now Museveni knows he has divided people, he has brought people apart, tear political party apart. Now he knows as soon as David Beckham, do you know how many people they support Man United? All these we call millennial babies in Uganda, they support Man United. And a surprise, there is one person who has got a share in Man United. He's in NRM. There is a man, he has been in the news. I'm not going to mention his name. He's NRM Pro, and he has got a share in Man United. So when David Beckham sends this message, it's so significant. I would like one day to meet Bobby Wine again when I'm wearing my Liverpool shirt, when he's wearing Man United, and we post it, and you're gonna see how he's gonna cut across. People, they're gonna see us different, that we are not about mourning, complaining, but we've got life, we've got other things in our life. When I go to other football grounds for tour, they normally ask you, do you support Chelsea? Do you support? I say, no, I support Liverpool. Then they say, would you like to join us? So that is nice gesture. But the significance of sports in Uganda, it can bring economic growth. It can help create jobs. It can help people express and use their talent. So many Ugandans, they have got talent. Sports, athleticism is not about running. Athleticism, football, netball, snooker, shot put, the high jump, long jump. We could employ, we could create so many jobs. Boxing, kickboxing. It's not about Moses Goloro all the time. We need to be developing many and many. Our principal is a boxer, is professional. So we need to look at sports as something in different ways that benefits Uganda, benefits the life of Uganda. Look at the boxing match which we had, Amir Khan and someone else. How much money it brought to the UK economy. Look at the football, you sit down and you watch. How much you pay to watch that. Look at how much you wait to hear a boxing match between Michael Tyson and Evander Holyfield. You still watch the videos. That is commercial, that is economic, and it adds on economic growth. So NRM, for them, they sabotage. I am a Liverpool supporter. I should wait, I should encourage, I should welcome David Beckham into the faces of Ugandans. Robbie Fowler came to Uganda and the carburetor met him. We need, on the day, that is the day I was coming, same plane with the Rio Ferdinand and his dad. We need all these people. Sometimes the politics will not work. Sometimes the gun will not work. Sometimes the weapons will not work. But then you need a sportsman to come and have a breakthrough. That is what developed countries, they do. They use everybody who is talented at their disposal in appropriate time at an appropriate place. You can find people, if you go in prison, they will not listen to politicians. They will not listen to other people, but they will listen to a sportsman when they come and speak, because they see something in them they like. When you go in some countries, you find that people, they only wear their Liverpool shirts, their football shirts, their tennis shirts, wherever interests them. They buy something. Now when you find that people, they only wear Nike because because Nike sponsors Liverpool. People, they wear Adidas because Adidas sponsors Man United. So the significance is so big. This is why I put my second headline as sabotage. The significance is big, enormous. We could have prayer, we could have joy when we have our own one, our own sportsman in Uganda. We had Chiprotic. Remember when they played the national anthem on Olympics 2012 in the UK? And it was the last ceremony. They closed it with the Ugandan flag on top. Who can forget that moment? Chiprotic, he got adverts, Chiprotic water, he what? So in Uganda, you can see all these people, this young girl, Halima, her money was stolen in Qatar. Until now, she's still waiting. Dorothy and Zukuru, her money was taken. Museveni promised to everybody, past and present athletics, to pay them $500,000 per month and then get their areas back. He has never done it. Our spokesman has got more power than a politician. This is why they are scared of an artist, Bobby Wine, the tongue, the lethal. As I said to you, he can sing, he can tell the whole world within a few words, and everybody will listen. So the moment NRM, they saw that David Beckham has entered into Uganda, all they looked is to find a way, how are we going to sabotage this? This is what they have done. Bobby Wine, when he went to EC office, all we had was the post of him smoking. Okay? And now Kakwenza talks about Muhoz. He's what? He's a figure. He's a what? Lamp figure. Blah, blah. They don't want to hear that. Decimate him, torture him until God knows how he survived. Good morning, Kakwenza. I wish you all the best, and thank you for giving us your story. Thank you for standing. Thank you for showing your body is not nice for private. Thank you for talking. Thank you for being resilient. Thank you for not sticking on to the point. It's very, very important. You've given us strength and courage. You are our role model, and other people, we are going to look at to you. And Kakwenza, I know you are there for the reason. God has made you for what you are. No, not so many knew you, but now the whole world knows you. The whole world knows Uganda for the wrong reasons. But we are looking at NUP, Quad, A, Bobby Wine. I've got clip when he was sitting in CBS telling him made in Sereko, please, why don't you ask me about education? Education is a foundation you can bring, you can build a country on. But now you ask how. NUP has broken it down that we're going to use academics. Those who are smart, those who can stay in school, brain works well, they're going to take that path. And then they tell you arts, those who are talented, comedian who can sing anything in the arts. You're going to be in school, but you're going to be set with a career path for you to get to succeed. Some people, they have problems. Artists, they don't know who is the manager. You know what happened to this young man from Masaka, Abdul Mulas. He didn't know what a manager, he didn't know what a promoter is. He went his way and he went down. But you need somebody. In America, to play American football, you have to go through training up to university. These are small things you learn. Who is a manager? Who is a promoter? Where is my money? Where is my commission? Why am I entitled? If you don't know, you're going to end up when you are bankrupt. So sports is so important. I look at Nadal. When you watch Nadal, you don't know where he gets the energy. You get inspired. This year he won Australian Open from 2 sets down. When he was in and out, you get knocked down, they come up. You see a boxer is get knocked down, he comes back and wins on point. You see football match, people they win into the last minute, but still they will win, and that will inspire you. Look at Mane, Sadio Mane comes from Senegal, Brandbali village. He has generated football passion, people in Senegal, because they see him on the world stage. And last month, he won African Cup of Nations. You see, football brings, he has built schools, hospitals in his country because he's earning good money. And then you bring this man who came to Uganda, Akon. He's going to build a city in Uganda. Uganda, we are into trouble. Let me tell you, Uganda, we need to know this. Our leaders, they need to know this. Politics is not about concentrating politics. I talk about politics. No, they say work with our playmate John, a dollar boy. We've got interest outside. We have life outside politics, which we cannot avoid. This person you are writing to, Anthony Blinken, go and read about him. You'll find he likes American football, and you don't want it. For him, he's going to spend the whole week. I'm preparing to go. Philadelphia is playing. I'm going to be there with my family weekend. Then you send it, the message comes, annual leave, I'm back on Monday. They are no more. Obama, in America, to become a president, you have to say which football team you support. In England, 3 weeks ago, I saw the mayor of London, Khan. He supports Liverpool, and he went to watch Liverpool. That is a big significance. So when we talk about Quad A, I want NUP to have it in your mind. I want you, NUP, to start talking about that. Members of NUP, we can talk color culture, but people, they want to hear what have we got to offer. Somebody is going to come to you. How are you going to create jobs? I'm going to create jobs. I'm going to create 8 million jobs. I want every young people to be employed. I'm going to get young people back to school, those who are under 16. Those who are under, those who don't want to go, I'm going to look into their talents. Young people, they are full of anger. What Museveni doesn't know, what puzzles him, is NUP members, why they support change, why they want change. People who is not occupied is going to make mess. People who is not occupied is going to mourn. He doesn't know. He has created a generation that he says is vaccinated, but he doesn't want them to work. He doesn't create jobs for them, but he expects them to be poor youth, to be used. Museveni calls him Jaja. They don't have jobs. But we are looking at Quad A. This is NUP. New brand. We are coming up with the new politics. We are not like NRM that Museveni is going to appoint his wife as Minister of Education. No, we are coming to you. Quad A. Remember that. Quad A. A, academics. Olina amagezi osala ebitabo. Sigala awo. Art. Olina talenta yo. Kazanyiriza oyimba kola ki. Naawe beera awo. Athletics, omanyi babikonde mizannyo, olina ekitone kyo gobeera awo. Agriculture, byakulima, abaana bakulenga bamanyi okulima. Agriculture contributes 70% of our economy. Next time, Matia Kasaja is telling you economy is not working. Next time, Uganda is the third poorest country. Next time, there is hunger in Uganda. Next time, there is a drought in the group. Should it be that way? Can't you see when I'm talking about NUP, I get excited. When I'm talking about NUP, I like it because it's a new brand. We are not going to be there. We are having 100 ministers for what? Ugandans, let us look at the legislative agenda. Something that has never happened in Africa. That opposition, they come up with a way how they can govern. People, they can't believe it. It was big, and we should treasure that. I know it's so difficult for people to relate to legislative agenda, to interpret it. If you can't, I understand. But if somebody takes time to explain, please spend some few minutes. It is there, 9 slides. Legislative agenda. It talks about census of people. It talks about investment in education. It talks about curbing on what? Corruption. It talks about working the way which works for the people. It talks about restore electoral reforms. It talks, go and read it. You don't understand it, it's no problem. But it's a weapon in our possession that NUP we have. And it's a weapon in our possession that we should all embrace. So when we talk about sports, Uganda, NRM, especially Museveni is scared about sports people, and he knows the impact they can make. Look at what happened when people, they come from Japan. Look at why Sewanyana is in prison. The poor man loves sports. His dream, I saw him on Friday Nakazibu. He wants to be FUFA chairman in Uganda. The man loves football to death. So look at what he did. Ugandans who won medals, dressed them in yellow from top to bottom. And he knows the name that gives Uganda. The names it gives Uganda. When you talk about Uganda, this is what international language is about. They don't, for me, when people they ask me where do you come from, I tell them Uganda. I feel they're gonna tell you Idi Amin. I'll tell them Akibua. I'll tell them Kiprotik. This is how you understand it. This is how we are united in one language. That, hey, when they say to you Senegal, you say, oh, Sadio Mane. Egypt, oh, Mo Salah. They say France, oh, Paul Pogba. They say Spain, you say, Nadal. They say Jamaica, you say, oh, cricket. They say Jamaica, you say Usain Bolt. We have to think about the significance. And make no mistake, is the reason Museveni jumped onto the gun. NRM think tank. This is how they jumped into that. They're gonna sabotage it, march what to his private life, which they know that in Uganda, when you talk about LGBT people, they don't want to know that person, they will hate them. But let me tell you, we should be to open up other people's eyes. That is no issue. What happens in private life of people, it doesn't matter. So resurrect. NUP is resurrecting. We want to resurrect sports. We want to resurrect Quad A. For us, when it comes education, it's going to be education that fits purpose. As it happens in Uganda, those who are smart, they are those people who can go to university. But that is not the way it should be. It should be to find somebody's student, their strength, their weakness. You create a career path for them. Some people, they are weak in the beginning, they become good at the end. Some people, they are good at the end, then in beginning they are worse. Some they become middle, they pick up. So we need to know the trend, not because somebody is smart. We need to study by age, not by cleverness, intellectual level. This is why in Uganda we are so divided. This is why in Uganda we are so what word do I need to use? We are not inferiority complex. That when you feel you need like educated people, they are bad educated people, you are like, no, it shouldn't be that way. Let us study. This is why you see in developed countries, people they study by age but not by intelligence. So they know that you're gonna be clever, you won't be clever, you have same access, and it's what NUP is going to do. Education. So Quad, let us look at the significance. Let us look, we see it is sabotage from NRM government, how they sabotage the Quad A, because they know the significance. You saw how they jumped when David Beckham sent a video. Now that video, we should play it more and more into the villages. Some people, they will just come and support you because they know David Beckham belongs there. We don't care. Anything that can bring us closer to the people, anything can break through to the people, reach out to people. We cannot be one dimension. We have to be multi-dimension, that we look at each angle. If you attract athletes, fine. If you attract artists, fine. If you attract agriculture, fine. If you attract academics, fine. Kiriwamu, gegalume nyama. But look at the significance. If we had successful athletics, we wouldn't even having this broken society. We wouldn't having these vendors. We wouldn't have young people complaining. We wouldn't have even those conflicts. Our education can have value, that somebody will get somewhere a job. Let us get all these young people off the street. Let us, instead of buying money, this 1.7 trillion that went to Orania, let us buy sports equipment. Let us open sports academies, social clubs. The country will look for these are the things that they do. They don't have money. But as long as there is access to services, people, they are going to take advantage of that. You don't need to be that much educated to play football. Your talent will decide for you. Let us have these people, athletics. Let Uganda be represented. But as it stands for now, Uganda is into headlines for the wrong reasons. It shouldn't be. So when we talk about Quad A, let us, we NUP, we have to sell it to other people. We have to tell them, this is our proposal. You know, when I say we have to attract the other people, they need to know that what we are doing will involve them. So for that matter, we need to sell ourselves to them. When we tell them this is what we're gonna do, this is what is gonna be different from Janet Museveni, from what? But we are not going to be sabotagers. If we sabotage our talent, then we are creating problems. You cannot feed people economically. You cannot give them money economically. What you have to do what is right. Everybody has got to gain. There is jobs. Create jobs for the coaches, for the mentors, for the football pitches, those who looks after football pitches. There is there is hot potato of creating jobs. But as I said yesterday, Ugandans, we don't want to learn. And if we don't want to learn, it will be our downfall. So I was testing this camera, it still is not working on my laptop. We shall be there anyway, and thank you for joining me. Good afternoon, Uganda. Good morning, good night, America. Good morning, Europe, Australia. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for sharing me. Thank you, JB Mwonge. Thank you, Choto Reloaded. Thank you, Choto YouTube. Thank you, the viewers. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for those who have given me comments. Thank you for those who are going to watch later. We come back, and when I'm talking, I'll be back on Saturday. So we look at sports quad A as significant. Government NRM has sabotage. The resolution is in NUP. It's a proposal and our promise in the manifesto. Have a lovely day. I love you so. People power, our power. NUP everywhere, everywhere, NUP. Salute.